I'm going with Databricks cluster I have set up in my local. If you see this one, this is the local, and this they will provide a 9 days. It's 15 days. I almost passed the 6 days, and you guys also can practice and set up your workspace. So here we are going to talk about compute. So this is compute I created by my compute, and I can edit. So this one has driver, runtime, and Unity catalogs and driver memory and various things I'm going to talk. And there is policy also, you can see here, and there are various things in which we are going to talk in the video. So Databricks cluster resource is if you see here, the cluster is here. So cluster is consists of driver, worker, and driver has a VM instance, worker also has a VM instance. So is this one we are providing what type of VM instance. So cluster is basically collection of VM instance distributed workload across the worker. The two main type, all purpose and job type. So there are two types, one is all purpose and one jobs type, right? So we will go those three. So cluster Databricks set of computational resource configure used for run big data. So in Databricks, it's a computational resource. So it's used for computational, and we need to set up these kind of things. And so I'm going to share with you how you guys can run, and we can create a new compute resource. So this is cluster, basically compute resource. They essentially act as an engine that execute various tasks like data processing, okay, and analyze, model training. Databricks cluster can run on cloud infrastructure. So I already set up my cluster. This one is on AWS, and if you see you guys here, so this is the AWS. So you need to create two accounts. One is for Databricks, other is for AWS. And AWS, previously I used different email ID, and there is various, I mean, it's 30 days free, so we should explore this one. So when we create Databricks workspace here, and this is my Databricks, and it will create, you need to read a lot of things, it's not easy. And we can see this one, so let's go back. Cluster in Databricks is, as I said, the two types. One is all purpose is cluster the interactive development. Job is cluster is automatically workloads, like when job will finish, it will finish. The all purpose means it will be, I mean, compute. So analyze now the cluster types, right? Two main types, that one we talk here. So all purpose cluster and job all purpose analyzing data collaboratively using interactive notebook. And job cluster is the Databricks job scheduler, create the job cluster when the running logs. And create configuration information retained for the up to 70 cluster for the 30 days. Configuration information retained up to 30 most recently terminated cluster. Okay, and so all purpose and job cluster which we talk. And then there is one more thing is cluster mode. So it can be standards, which is multi nodes. Other is a single node. So multi nodes, it will be expensive. I think which I have created here. Let me go through cluster modes. Mode is here. Yeah, access mode is single user shares. Yeah. So these are modes. Access mode single, shares. No. So these are two things which we are talking. So default mode is workload, and develop any supporting language required at least 2 VM instance. Low cost single instance cluster, creating single node machine learning workload and lightweight explore analyze. Component as a cluster, as I said, it has driver node, it has worker node. Driver node is managed execution task, distributing tasks among the worker nodes, and its main point to coordinate for the cluster. So if you see this example here, so this is driver, it coordinating to the worker, right? And worker nodes, these nodes are actually perform the tasks assigned by the driver nodes. The number of worker node can be scaled up, down based on the workload. Its auto scaling is enabled, and Databricks runtime version. So now Databricks come to three things: standard, Apache Spark may be computational and update provided by optimized big data. Databricks runtime version is standard. Machine learning, a popular machine learning library like TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch, XGBoost. So these are, and then now next new things came in Databricks is a Photon. It's an optional added to optimize SQL workloads. And access mode is a single user shares, and the Unity catalog also in there in the Databricks, which I'm going to talk in the next lecture. And the key feature, we can do auto scaling, cluster policies. So sport and primitive instance, there are some things called sports, and which also I'm going to my lecture, but I think it's access mode single. And then if I go to shared, it was like this: single means single person, shared means multiple person, like that. And runtime, we can use this thing Spark, which one you want, and worker type you can change here, and instance profile here nothing, key we can add. And this is UI, this is can be converted in JSON. Let me go back, and if let me create new thing. So new is restricted, personal, power user, compute, shared, and legacy system. And single user can change, enable for auto scaling, which we are talking, terminate or enable auto scaling, worker type, and key value. So there are a lot of things here. Photon enables Unity catalog, photons, and XLAR 6 to 8 dB per users. And then we are going to talk about cluster policies. Standard cluster configuration provided predefined configuration targeting a specific use case, simply the use case experience, and which we talk cluster access control. A test notebook can attach, can restart, no, cannot. So a test notebook, view Spark UI cluster, we can view access controls. So these are the things, small things, but your task should be like set up Databricks cluster and set up the AWS or Azure or GCP, and then attach, and then exploring the use, how to use. And I'm also worried before in my company they recently started Databricks, and I was worried how to learn. So today what I did set up, and I'm going to practice, and then I'm going to start with what I'm going to share with you guys this folder in my coming lecture, how to do practice. So there are exercises, so please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.